Hello everyone, how are you on this full moon? Whew. This month has sped by. It feels like it just started and now it's over. It's very interesting. Okay, things in my world that are going down. You can pick up the 4 Elements class still. And once you buy it, you get lifetime access. And when I go through the live run next year, you get to join in on that, and there'll be like 5 calls and stuff like that. But that's way in the future. What you currently get is a way to start creating a personal relationship with the 4 elements, so you can more effectively understand how you work and how to work magic and manifestation within your life. So if you want to pick up that class, links down below. You can always pick up a full moon reading or any other reading. And once again, links down below. Yeah, wow. 4 elements have been like a huge thing for me spiritually for years and years and years. It's one of the first classes I created, and was very excited about it, and still am excited about it, even though I had no idea what I was doing. But yeah, I sat down and created that class like in 2013. Yeah, crazy. And haven't ran it since then, but yeah, oh, crazy. This year, it's because what it is, like when I first did it the first time, it was just the spiritual component. And the whole vision is the spiritual component and artistic component too, because I integrate using art a lot. And so integration via creating a piece of art for me is like a large part of my spiritual practice, and I wanted to share how that goes into it. So there is an art component. Kind of playing around with changing it up a little, but we'll see how that goes. Because like the whole vision is the spiritual and an art component. But yeah, but you can pick that up. And once again, I always can pick up a reading too. Let's go. I have the Druid Animal Oracle and the Morgan Greer Tarot this month, or this moon. Ooh, Ram. I think this deck is just beautiful. The cat's gorgeous. The wren is like probably... Blackbird's really beautiful too. It's just a beautiful deck. And his plant one's back in print in the US. I'm so psyched. I can't find it. Oh, there's Wren. Wren is like one of my favorite cards in this whole deck. But even the frog. Frog is just... insane. Okay, enough drooling, enough card porn. So, we got the Ram. Being an Aries, I consider this a good sign, because Rams. So, okay, there's a few things here that come to mind first off. Is one, Rams ram things with their horns. And we need to watch out for ramming things with our heads. Where are you just beating your head against whatever? A wall, a person, idea, concept, ideology. Pull back. No more head-butting for a little while. Okay? No more headbutt. We don't need to use the ram aspect as in literally ramming things. Pull back from that energy if you are engaging in it, or if you feel the urge to just start beating your head against your desk. Please do not do that. I know the feeling. I feel it frequently these days. But that's not where we want to take this. I live in Montana, so we have mountain goats. Not necessarily, but they have rams, mountain ram goats. They perch in the most precarious places on like vertical things. It's just like, there's this little thing like this, and there's this mountain goat standing on it. And you will notice these goats are also very high up in precarious places. If I tried to stand on what they stand on, I'd just be dead. We want to bring in that. We want to bring in that ability to navigate treacherous and precarious, oh my God, it's gone, mountainsides and terrain. Terrain was the word I was looking for. That's what we want to pull in with the ram. How can we navigate with grace, nimbleness, these treacherous terrains? That's what we're looking at with ram. How can we bring those in? How can we navigate things that feel very treacherous, as if we have no footing? You want to be the mountain goat, you want to be the ram, and find that footing in that terrain. Okay, let's pull 2 cards. What are we doing here? Oh, nice. Woohoo! Nice full moon reading. I just did the monthly energy buzz reading, and it's like 5 of Swords and 7 of Cups in 2 areas. I'm like, which you can also pick up down below. But yeah, that one was a little bit of like an up and down reading. It's like you got 2 hard ones and you got 2 to bolster the hard ones. And it's like, but you know, it's like the hard ones, you know, it's kind of nice though when one of the good ones is money. It's like money and spirituality were like the good ones in life in general, and relationships were kind of like shaky tuna at the moment. But the other 2 cards gave us the ways to navigate them. So yeah, it's always interesting because this reading and like the monthly energy buzz is really more about reading collective energies than personal energies. And so someone's not really, like if you say you watch my reading or someone else's and you're like, didn't really jive with me, there's a good chance you're just not tapped into that subculture of collective energies that person is. Because I have a pool that I tend to tap into, that I am part of, and people who resonate with how I do things also tend to be tapped in, or at least have, a finger or foot in. They're associated with it in some way. That's how I kind of look at these things, and I think that's why they do work so well, especially if you are part of that collective energy pool that the person doing the reading is part of. That's how I see it. Others may see it differently. If you have a different view on that, please comment below. I'm always interested in kind of how people view things differently than I do. I find that very fascinating. Okay, so we've got the ram so far, telling us not to, ram our head into things. No more head button. Back off from the head button. And use the grace, nimbleness of these creatures to navigate the treacherous terrain, to perch precariously on things while others fall off, because we're little goats and rams, and yeah, we're better because we're rams. Aries in me, yeah. So we got the Knight of Pentacles. Woohoo. I feel like he's really, really here in his manifestation. And also, because Knight is, no, page, whatever, I have a breakdown here. So page would be Earth, and this guy would be, God, I'm having a brain cramp visualizing my little chart. Air, water, fire, air, water, fire. There's only 3 today. He's air. Huh. I hate it when I lose it. Earth. I lost Earth there for a minute. And before I lost air. Okay, now that you survived that little conundrum in my brain. So we got Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like the airy part of Earth here is really about using your brains, using your manifestation to tap into things on multiple levels. Bringing in healing, work with ancestors, with the planet, with a lot of things. And this also showed up. This theme is kind of showing up in this collective energy I work with, of the message of how do we heal things. And using ancestor work, especially this time of year, since it's a really good time to work with ancestors. Up here, at least in the northern half, down south here. Actually, I feel like even around Beltane, even though it's not, tends to be not so much about ancestors. Anytime the veils are thin, anything that you kind of crossing over, it's a really good time to work with. So if you're down in the southern hemisphere, feel free to work with ancestors too. You do not have to be limited to just this time. When the veil is thin, I feel like just take advantage of it. And since the ancestor theme is just coming through, especially hardcore lately, how can you heal your ancestors to heal you? How can you heal your ancestors to heal the current climate? How can you use your ancestors to heal the planet? How can you heal yourself and heal the planet? We're looking at ways of doing, of taking earth and making it manifest with air, bringing those ideas and creating them. So how can you do that? How can you use the Knight of Pentacles to take what's floating around in your brain, or at least one or two items floating around up there, because I know I got a ton of them. Not all of them are worth, doing this for, of being selective, of bringing the ones that you love the most, the ones that feel the most juicy to you, and bringing them out of you into the world to help you navigate that treacherous terrain with this goat energy, the ram energy. Not beating your head. See, this guy's not beating his head. He's out there to make things happen. He's using earth and air to just power through and bring the idea into being. And then the next card is the 10 of Pentacles. So we have 2 earth cards plus a ram, which a ram, I know like Aries is a fire sign, but for me it's the same. Air. Just for the, I think, actually air and earth, because with a ram, I would tend to think of like what ram would be associated with element for me, and really why it is like associated with Aries, which is a fire sign. And also for me would have strong personal associations with air, for the fact that it's like they're perched on nothing. It's like they're almost suspended in air, but they're still on the earth. It's like they're stuck there with super glue, ram mountain goat glue, to keep them from tumbling off a sheer wall of rock that they're just boing, boing, boing. So this, in a way, really mirrors this. These two are very similar in energy, of air and earth working together to make things manifest. How to navigate that treacherous terrain? Bring in this dude. See where that takes you. And then we get to the last card, which is the 10 of Discs. So how can we make things feel good? How can we make things feel happy? How can we create safety, prosperity, and wonder and enchantment in our lives? How can you do this? Once again, we're back to that theme of how do I make this idea become manifest? And remember the base words of manifest. Manu is hand and fest is like to strike. Hand struck. How are you creating this? How are you striking this out with your hand? Writing it, typing it, weaving it with symbol and sign. That's you are more powerful than you think. You have more creative capacity than you think. Take all of this. Take the ability to navigate treacherous terrain. Make ideas manifest. Bring them out of your brain and create them. To create the life you want. To create the world you want. To create the planet and collective you want. That is a really empowering place to be. That is a powerful place to be. Use it well. Create the life you want. And by creating the life you want, that ripples out to help other people heal, to have other people create the life they want. You don't work in a vacuum. Your energy does not just stay in you unless you make it stay in you. It goes out. And even if you're trying to make it stay in you, you're going to have little seeps. It's not going to be perfectly sealed ever. Let yourself ripple out. Let yourself be a catalyst for good. Okay, so 1 second. Ooh, I am compassionate. I think that works really well with this theme of healing and ancestor work and creating ideas from our head and creating the life we want. How can you be compassionate as you do this? How can you bring in a heart-centered knowing that's like, yeah, I don't have to be a jerk to do what I want. I don't have to be a jerk to make my ideas become manifest. I don't have to be a jerk as I navigate these treacherous terrains to get to the life I want. Be compassionate and see how that works out for you. Okay, let me have a drink of water here. let's do a quick light language transmission. Dala mesada isatana isnikintabo ekana shita donationum oe. Holash Minakan and Tijikoshipita Ekana e Shamakada Oshama ala ena Ushikita ala e Hoya mo esenta I shikane alantin Jimetaras Toda im Bahisakano e pe Woshana he hano hike Hola the baratni kuna ashana ayube Kira Kana Usitipo umpe Sena hishakane homeni Shana hikada shankopo o Puna kana ishmana lamben Puna kada Puna ishana utte Kene hi wo Puna ilapa Woni Je ne could be he Wone ke kena go Je parti Jean-Bagale temekada oshipito uigada animus. Alrighty. Happy full moon. Have a wonderful one, and I'll be back with the new moon in October. Everyone have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful full moon, and go out there and be the love in the world. See you later. Bye-bye.